If you think he looks like a badass kid in that picture, that's because it was taken after he made the newspaper for being arrested at 6. I'm not making that up, man. That's a true story that he told me, but it's kind of crazy because I remember when I was 6, coming up in the early 90s, I was probably just listening to Vanilla Ice, maybe wearing some Hammer pants and doing other 90s kid shit. Maybe watching a little bit of Ninja Turtles. What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com. But right now, we are going to talk about this Smurf the God mixtape called The Last Laff. Smurf the God is a rapper from out of St. Petersburg, Florida, and like I said on the intro, man, he's been in and out of trouble all of his life, involved in streets and also in gangs, but now he's trying to focus on his music, and that's what we're going to talk about today, is this mixtape right here. And if you want to check out his bio, his links, his music, and all that other information, just take a look at the information box that's underneath this video. Now, one of the things I noticed with this project is that there is a lot of clever wordplay happening here, but at times it can be a little bit too familiar. For example, on the opening track, Blinds, you're going to hear him say that he packs heat like an oven door and has bars so crazy he might need a psych ward. And on that look, he says that his flow is so cold it could cause an ice age. So I think you see what I'm saying here. If you've been listening to rap for a long time, you've probably heard these lines multiple times already. And throughout this project, there's a lot of lines that are very generic and familiar. But if you're a fan of wordplay, I think you'll really appreciate the majority of this project, because even if that shit's kind of familiar, maybe you haven't heard it yourself, and maybe it is more clever to you than it is for me. But I've been listening to rap for so much that sometimes these lines are a little bit meh. But that's not to say that he's a bad rapper, because there are some other lines on here that I actually thought were pretty dope. On It Won't Be the Same, we get production that flips the same sample that Tory Lanez used on Friends with Benefits, and he says that he's going to have people getting shells sent at them like Master Splinter. So that was a pretty dope line. As you can see, I got my Ninja Turtle shit right there, so he was representing with that one. And there's also a reference to Transformers on the song Boiling Point. This one has some nice jazzy production, so I like this track a lot. And he says that he feels like Optimus Prime surrounded by Decepticons. So he's dealing with a lot of trust issues here, including with his girl who's messing around on his phone. And this is a topic that gets covered throughout this mixtape, just fake friends, haters, and enemies. The song On Demand, for example, has some dope boom bap production for the hip hop heads, and it's just a war anthem. And on the song Too Many, he's letting people know that he doesn't fuck with too many people, man. He likes to keep it within a tight crew, but he does keep soldiers ready in case anybody wants beef. So you're gonna get some gangsta shit on here as well, some gun bars, like On My Killas, which was actually my least favorite track. This one kind of just sounds like some low budget DJ Mustard production with a bunch of gangsta shit over top of it. And it's actually the content that holds this one back, in my opinion. There really isn't a lot here to talk about. There wasn't much that was interesting, and that's what really hurts it. I mean, the song by any means, I thought this was going to be the song that was going to give me that content, because obviously it's named after one of Malcolm X's famous quotes, and you get some samples from Malcolm X speeches throughout the song as well, but he doesn't go deep enough to make this song very powerful. There are a couple of lines about race issues in America, how young black men are often looked at as statistics, and how black people just need to raise up in general, but I think he could have said much more on this instead of getting off track and going back to rapping about bitches and Henny. So I think the songwriting is something he really needs to work on, and just bringing better content so we can know what he thinks, what he's been through, because obviously he's got a crazy story to tell based on some of the shit that I talked about on the intro and at the start of this review. So I think if he went a bit deeper, he would really stick out from the crowd, because even though he's a good rapper, the audio quality is here. This does sound like a professionally done tape, so it's not some bullshit. I just think he needs to step outside of his box and do something a bit more interesting, because even his rap style, while good, isn't anything out of the ordinary. You're also going to get some hooks that are sang on here. At times it reminds me a little bit of Drake on some of these hooks anyway, but I give this a 3 out of 5. It's alright for what it is, but he does have to bring some more content and maybe experiment more with his sound, whether it's with his production or his rapping, in order to stand out more from the crowd. But that's just what I thought about this one. You guys check it out for yourself, and then hit me up in the comment section with your thoughts, and make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff, man, where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and you especially gotta subscribe to my channel, man. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.